The purpose of my speech is to point out the generational stereotyping of nursing and the negative effects it has on the value and the relationship with their patients. Have you typically heard that nurses are sexy, attractive, wild, and sex-driven? That nurses make a load of money annually? Have you heard that the training is easy and that nurses always complain about stress? Are nurses either angels or mean devils that don't care about your well-being? These are frequent things said about this rigorous health profession that are certainly rarely ever true. Growing up with a mother who is a nurse and actually growing up in a hospital, I've learned that the opinions are way off from the truth. During this speech, I'd like to explain and inform the negative effects on nurses and also their relationship with patients all over the world due to these stereotypes. The stigma that nurses make a lot of money is certainly not true. Sure, they make more than most starting salaries, but most nurses have a family to support. The salary is not as much as you've heard, and with all the hard work, I believe that the pay should be more than it is. This pay gives them comfort, but it is definitely not anything like six figures. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median salary for registered nurses is $68,450. These salaries do vary depending on the person's location, experience, etc. The starting salary in Martinsville is nearly $20,000 less than this. This job comes along with hours of schooling and rigorous schooling. These are just a few of the books that my mother had during her 6 years of her nursing school, and that can just show how much stress it is during this program. Now, during Halloween, did you see many of the nurse costumes that weren't sexualized? This follows the stereotype that nurses are sexy. Experience and long hours take much effort, and sometimes a nurse is going to chase after 30 more minutes of sleep rather than getting up and looking pretty. I'm sure most people would choose sleep over looking pretty for the 12-hour night shift. Of course, all nurses are beautiful and handsome in their own unique way, but nursing is not a glamorous nor a sexy job. During their off hours, nurses can be found taking care of their children, maybe cooking, cleaning, grocery shopping, doing laundry, or taking kids to school and other activities. While it may seem to not be enough hours in the day for them, they are certainly worried about helping your health rather than flirting with a patient lying in a hospital bed. Have you heard that nurses believe they are more superior, especially when it comes to college majors? If patients feel judged by healthcare workers, they are less likely to follow medical instructions and more likely to mistrust any doctors, nurses, and providers. According to the research announcement from the University of South California, more than 1,500 patients who participated in this study, the 17% said they felt vulnerable to prejudice in the healthcare setting due to race, gender, socioeconomic statuses, weight, and age. These patients who believe these stereotypes of mean and hateful nurses are less likely to seek treatment. These stereotypes heard create a set opinion, usually being biased when seeking medical attention from their caretaker and provider. These fixed mindsets will generally create an interaction that is more difficult than need be, as they have created fear and sometimes even a cold heart for nurses. In conclusion, this job is rigorous, hard, tiring. The occupation cannot be taken lightly, as you have someone's life in your hands. Take a moment to talk to your nurse, get to know them. You will certainly find that it is their passion. They are not flirtatious, and they don't complain, but instead they love and care. They are not rich, nor are they wild, as they carry multiple responsibilities in their hands every day. They are working to help you, not hurt you. Go into their help with an open mind about nursing, and form your own opinion. Nurses spend every workday defeating and shutting down these stereotypes.